Hi everyone, I'm Jane Reitsma. Welcome to my presentation on creating a learner's mindset classroom. This presentation is inspired by the work of my professor Dwayne Harapniak and his colleagues, as well as the work of Carol Dweck. You will see them referenced at the end of my chat. Please note my Creative Commons in the slide here. In this presentation, we will discuss the expansion of growth mindset to a learner's mindset in the classroom and in a course environment. A student may actually start in a state of a fixed mindset. In a fixed mindset, our students may fear change, fear failure, avoid feedback, put in low effort, or flat out refuse to participate. They often see the experience as success or failure and compare themselves to other students. A growth mindset is having the lifelong desire to learn, not being afraid of failure, and wanting to be challenged. As instructors, we want to make sure our students have the opportunity to shift from a fixed mindset to this growth mindset. We can support them with this process through how we set up and engage with them in our courses and our classrooms. In a learner's mindset environment, the instructor is actively engaged in this learning process by creating the ideal environment, creating relevant activities, and supporting them in the space that they're in. This change in how we think about learning is a shift to being motivated to learn. We are much more influenced by feeling and less by outcome. This motivation, this why is key. Ultimately, this is where a shift from a fixed to a growth mindset occurs. The first step is therefore helping our students to find their why and what their motivation is. To expand on this growth mindset and establish a learner's mindset, we must set up a course environment that supports this process. The instructor uses the environment of the classroom to support a learner's mindset. They do this by providing choice to how a student structures their work, giving students ownership over the process and the option to choose when it comes to activities or projects, as well giving them the opportunity to share their ideas, their voice, and even how they structure the classroom. Encourage self-directed experiential learning, where learners actively engage with material and solve real-world problems. Here are some ways you can actively encourage a learner's mindset classroom. Start your class with a question that gets students motivated, engaged, and inspired to learn. Use this discussion to pique their interest. Help your students find their why. Be authentic and genuine. Create a space where your students trust you. Give students choice in how they do their assignments and even what they choose to do with their assignments on. And use appropriate praise like Carol Dweck recommends in her famous presentation, linked in my references at the end of this. Praising hard work and perseverance rather than success and talent. Encourage students to take chances and not be afraid. All of these help create a safer space where students are more comfortable and more open to taking these changes and having open dialogue and discussion to explore ideas. There are so many great ideas out there. I really want to encourage my students to think of all the ways that they can have a learner's mindset. So I thought a great idea might be to brainstorm words that inspire them. We could start by watching an activity that is focused on growth mindset or watching a video on it, and then ask them to envision how, as an instructor, I can help them develop this growth mindset. I would ask them to brainstorm key words from this discussion, and we can put those words up on the wall. They can be left up and put up for all of the upcoming lessons. Coming back to them regularly can reinforce these ideas. And allowing my students to do a reflection activity or multiple reflection activities based on them will also be beneficial. So I would leave out the extra sticky notes as well, so students can add to them at any time. As Dwayne notes, it's important to repeat, repeat, repeat. Think of different ways to discuss and explore the ideas of a learner's mindset throughout the course so that it can get reinforced. And as Carol Dweck noted, new brain synapses develop through challenges and make our brains stronger and stronger. Repeating also reinforces these new brain synapses. Thank you so much for joining me today to discuss a learner mindset classroom. I hope you enjoyed this discussion. And if you would like to explore it more, here are some references to point you in the right direction.